Hey guys, this is James and Tim from Tabletop Terrors, and today is RPG A Day video 19. What is the best way to learn a new game? In this case, probably a tabletop role-playing game, but because they're not specific, I'm going to, when we get into the video, touch on other games and what the best way to learn them is.
You think you're cool?
I do, in fact. So, Tim, what do you think the best way to learn a new game is?
Having a person who is good at teaching show you.
Yeah, basically doing it. Like just the simplest answer is you got to do it.
I totally agree. But the thing I'm saying specifically is making sure you do it in an environment that is going to be positive. Because if you get into a game, let me put it this way. There are an endless number of play styles and homebrew rules, and there's no right way to do this. So I think a good way is to find someone you trust and who you get along with and who you generally have a good relationship with.
Exactly.
Even if they are online acquaintances, and you don't have to be best friends, but I'm saying know who's going to be teaching you this thing. Yeah. That would be my thought.
Like you said, because what I have learned is that teaching is a skill, and it's a skill that not everybody is great at.
Yes. Even people who are excellent at executing a thing are not great at teaching.
So I think that's important, especially if you, as a beginner of something, can get in a group with other experienced people. The reason I think tabletop role-playing games is perfect for this is because in most, in most role-playing games, there's not a winner. You know, you're all collaborating to either tell a story or complete some goal. So as a beginner, you might have questions, but nobody has a quote-unquote advantage over you because they know the rules better or because they know what they can do. So I think that makes it perfect. But like you said, just a sort of environment of they know you're new, they're somebody that is good at teaching, knows the rules, and somebody that is going to be patient with you.
Yes.
I made a joke in the beginning about talking about other things, but really the answer is the same for a lot of other games. If you want to learn how to play Overwatch, Blizzard's new shooter, you should play it because that's the only way you're going to learn.
Sure. Dig in, be bad for a little while until you start getting the hang of it, and then maybe you'll get better.
Exactly, and it's the same with board games. I mean, that's the same answer for me across the board. There's little better way for learning how to do something than doing it.
Yes. Now, second best would be watching videos. For me, anyway. I really learn by doing, but the next best thing is if I can kind of steep myself, and it's really a kind of a process of osmosis.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the process of trying to learn Fate at this point, so I'm watching a lot of Red Dice Diaries, I'm finding Fate videos, and it really is just the pieces begin to, fill in.
Yeah, and I think it's both of those. If you are learning to play, and you're picking up other things, you're learning new ways to play, but if you just learn to play and don't watch any videos, or if you just watch videos and never play, it'll never quite be the experience of, I saw so-and-so do this, now I'm going to try it in my next game.
Exactly. So yeah, I think the other thing is, and you touched on this a little bit, but tabletop role-playing games are very different because there are so many flavors. If I sit down to learn D&D and someone teaches me 3.5, that's fine, but there are a lot more tactical elements involved in the play style and the combat. So it's like you want to make sure that you find somebody if you're thinking, well, I kind of like the... So it's also maybe a good idea to find an example of an actual play you like.
Yeah.
And then find people who like that style. That's probably a good way because I feel like I said, well, find people who you think you'd like their game style. Well, how could you possibly know?
Exactly.
Well, maybe find a video they've played in, and if you're like, oh, that seems fun, give that a shot.
Exactly. This seems like the perfect segue to let you know that if this is not something you do often, and you didn't even realize that there were games that you could watch online of people playing different role-playing games, this video specifically is in support of BrigadeCon. BrigadeCon is an online convention that will be taking place on October 29th of basically a bunch of people playing role-playing games online for a full day. There will be also panels, giveaways, other cool things. But specifically, if you're having trouble finding live plays or you want to know when you can watch some live, check out brigadecon.org, sign up, and meet us October 29th, and you'll see a bunch of people playing games online.
Absolutely. So, like this video, share it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done that already. And we want to know, what do you think? What do you think the best way is to learn a new game? Comment below. How do you do it? Whether it's a board game, a role-playing game, or a video game, any game, what's your tried and true method? We really want to hear from you, and we'll try to interact and respond to some of those comments. So until next time, may your dice roll high.